Hi everybody, hi Mom. This is just a quick tutorial on how I was playing with aluminum. So this is from a pop can that Jamie had sent me a whole bunch of shapes, and this is what I did with them. So there's the butterfly. This originally was the color of the Pepsi can, which is that color. And yeah, I covered it in alcohol ink and I used some embossing powder, and then I covered it in the gel gloss medium, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So it's not as shiny as it is if you don't do the medium, but this one turned out pretty good. So that's the little hummingbird, super pretty, love the colors in that. And it's a great way to recycle, you know, your pop cans. I don't drink pop, but my husband has, you know, pop for mixed drinks, so this will be fun to do. You can use any dye. So she's used, you know, the thin metal dyes to run it through your embossing powder. Embossing, you know, the thingy. Sorry, little punchy. Okay, you can use your blending tool if you want, or you can just, you know, drop it on there. I'll start with the blending tool. I want to cover it in one color to start with, and as a base, just to cover up the aluminum color. If you do a dark enough color, you will be able to cover the colored aluminum. So this one here, I actually used Current was the one that I used. Now I just dropped it on, which actually will waste a lot of your alcohol ink. So you can just, you know, put it on your blending tool and just pounce it on there. Yeah, if you don't like getting ink on your fingers, you can wear gloves. As you can tell, I don't wear gloves. So even just doing that, it looks cool. And then I just heat it a little bit. And be careful, it is an alloy, so it will retain a little bit of heat. It doesn't last long with aluminum or aluminium. So, you know, you're pretty safe. Just don't touch it immediately because it can burn. And then what I want to do, let's see, so I want it to be pretty grungy. So this one here, oh, I guess I should tell you what that one is. The one that I covered it with is called Ginger. This one's called Lettuce. And this one I'm just going to drop. Like so. And then I'll take the blending tool. Now, I don't have any blending solution on this because I want it pretty dark. If you wanted it to sort of move around, you could just pounce blending solution over top of that, and you know, you get sort of a neat movement all by itself. But I just want to do it this way. And then I want to add some blue. I love blue in steampunk anything. I just think it adds so much. Again, just sort of random. And then I'll pounce it out a little. Oh, that is so stunning. That's oh, that one's called Stream. Oh, that's pretty. Also, if you pounce it out a little bit, it does dry a little faster. Just hit that with the heat gun. Oh, that's nice. Now, I like gold, so they have one, it's a mixative. I'm using the gold. Now, the mixative is different. It has a ball inside of it, so you need to really shake it up good. There. As soon as you hear the ball moving, then you know it's going to mix it well. And I don't want a lot. I just want a few little spots. So I will just drop it on there. Okay, I think that's good. Now the cool thing about the mixative, if you heat it, it will bubble. So I'm going to heat it because I like that. I think it looks really cool. So hopefully you can see that happening. It's bubbling over here. And here it goes here. It's very awesome. So that just gave it some really cool texture. Now, I'm going to add a little bit of embossing powder. So what I'm going to do is try and be quick about this. Get these out of my way. And this one as well. Okay, what I want to do is heat it up a little bit, and then I'm just going to sprinkle it in spots so I can be really controlled. I've just got mine in a little dish. So I'm going to go ahead and heat that up. And I'm just going to sprinkle just a little bit. And it should stick because it's hot. Now, move that out of the way. Wipe that away, or you're going to spray embossing powder everywhere. And then I'm going to heat it up again and melt the embossing powder. Now normally I'd use an embossing gun. This one's not really meant for that, but because I've been using it for a while, it's hot, so it's just a little slower, that's all. Okay, then bring that back again, and I'm going to put some up in here. So I'll heat this back up a little bit. Got a bubble here that if you leave it too bubbled, it will crack and flake off. Okay, so that's hot. So just a little bit on here. Okay, and I'm going to move that and wipe that. Okay. Are you on camera? Yes, you are. I have a tendency of not looking up. So the embossing powder just gives it another little bit of texturing, whereas the alcohol ink it looks textured, but it doesn't feel textured. Okay, and I think I'm going to put a little down here as well. Sorry, I'm getting closer to myself again. Keep that up there, and then sprinkle it. Okay, I think that'll be it. I'll just get that out of the way and whoosh that over. Okay. I hope you're seeing all that. I will telephoto nice and close so you can see the results. Okay, now cleaning the craft mat. Just take your blending solution, squirt a little bit on there. If I can open my bottle, there we go. Just squirt a little bit on your craft mat, and just take your paper towel. And your craft mat will be hot as well, so Be careful. Okay, so let's telephoto in. Okay, I'll turn it sideways. Whoops, wrong way. I hope that's showing. Okay, there you go. You got some nice texture in there. Really pretty, pretty colors. Now, I'm going to widen out. What I did with these two, because they were large bubbles, when I pushed on it, they broke. So I ended up using the gel gloss medium over top of it to seal it. And I think that's why it dulls it down somewhat, but it's still very, I almost like it better in a sense that it makes it look more vintage to me. I mean, vintage things generally aren't super shiny and stuff. They don't look new, you know. And the other thing I did was I have this pen. It's the Pitt pen, artist pen by Faber-Castell, and it's a permanent ink. And if there's any, you know, spots showing like here where there's a little bit of aluminum still showing, then I just went over it with my Pitt pen, let it dry, and it's permanent. It won't rub off. But I would do that last. I would, because it will go over the gel gloss. And then all I do for the gel gloss, you can use your finger or you can use a sponge brush and, you know, just cover it. And that will give you, it'll seal it. And I mean, I'm not positive if it won't crack because these were already cracked when I sealed them. So that might be a little bit of an experiment for you to do. I mean, I could do it now, but it won't be dry. So I still couldn't do it now. See, that cracks. And that's okay too, because, you know, for me, that's okay because I like that worn look. And so that just takes a little bit of the shine off there, but it doesn't take away the alcohol ink base. So it won't go silver. It'll still be alcohol ink. It's just the embossing powder that flakes off. Okay, so go ahead and have some fun and play. I mean, you can get all kinds of shapes. She sent me all kinds of wonderful shapes. Butterflies, and I love this one. This one's the chandelier. That looked cool on a page, really. Chandelier. And this one's really pretty too. Never seen some of these. This one I like as well. Not nice. Nice banner at the top of a page. Lots of, well, the perfume bottle I showed you, and some hearts, and yeah, so anyway, you can have all kinds of fun and making up a whole bunch of embellishments for your journals or, you know, your scrapbook pages or your canvases. This would make an awesome, this would go great on a canvas. Really look cool. Have fun and let me know. I don't know about gluing yet. I'm still experimenting on what will work. I'm almost tempted to just use my Aleene's and then maybe secure it with the little pin, no, sorry, what are they called? Tim Holtz tiny attacher, because I color mine, they're not silver, I color mine gold with the alcohol ink. So you could actually give it even more texture by, you know, putting a couple staples on there, and you know, then you know it's not going to fall off your page. But if you guys experiment and you find a glue that works really well, just, you know, drop me a line, let me know, and then I can, you know, add that to the video or add it to another video. Okay? Thanks for watching, you guys. Have a great day. Bye.